I always struggled with procrastination, but I spent hundreds of hours researching procrastination and strategies and mindsets. And in this video are some of the best. I want to save you all that time that I spent so that you can watch this quick video and be on your way. Before we start the video, I just want you to know that procrastination isn't some magical force. It's not a huge burden on your life that's a trait. It's not permanent. It's only temporary, and you just gotta know the right stuff to do to get rid of it. And procrastination happens because negative emotions outweigh the positive ones. So it's harder for you to start than it is to just keep doing what you're doing. For example, let's say you're watching a YouTube video about procrastination. It's harder for you to go from scrolling and watching YouTube videos than it is to actually doing something. And so our overall goal is to either decrease the negative emotions or to increase the positive ones. And the 3 steps that I have in this video do exactly that. I can promise you with a certainty that if you follow the steps to a T, you will go ahead and start. You've been probably procrastinating for hours, if not years. But this video will change that. The first step is to use boredom. There's multiple ways to increase the positive emotions, such as using a reward or enjoyment, but my personal favorite is boredom. Boredom is when it's just how it sounds. You're gonna turn off your phone and you're just gonna stare at a wall. It's very simple, and it sounds too simple almost, but it works because the contrast between doing what you're doing right now, being on YouTube, and working is negative. Going from a relaxed state to working not only means that you have to be working, but it also means that you have to stop relaxing. So instead, we want to be bored. When you're bored, you would rather do anything than being bored. There's been studies that prove this, that people would shock themselves rather than being bored. And so what you can do is turn off your phone and put it away somewhere so you're not tempted to put it out again and just stare at a wall. But if you just do this, it's not really going to help you. You're just staring at a wall. So this is where the next step comes in. And the next step is chunking. Chunking is when you break down the overall task into its smallest parts. Most of the time, we procrastinate because it's overwhelming. We have to go through a huge project or a huge hurdle, and it's hard to start. Imagine having to do this massive overall thing when you don't even want to get up. It's hard, it's difficult, and so we're trying to make it less difficult. In this step, we're decreasing the negative emotions around what we have to do. So imagine you were being completely fed and you just had a 5-course meal, you're full, your stomach's bulging out, and then someone offers you a big cookie. You're not gonna eat it, right? You're completely full. But on the table, you just see a few crumbs that fell off the cookie and you decide, whatever, just a little more. And you take a crumb and you eat it. And you keep eating more and more crumbs until you know it, the whole cookie's gone. Even though you said you didn't want to eat the cookie, it felt like too much. Slowly and surely, picking out the crumbs, the little chunks, got you to finish the cookie. You can finish an overall task just by doing small actions over and over again. Not only are they easy to start, but you'll also eventually finish the huge overall thing. So now you know what you need to do, but now it's time to actually start. And this is where the next step comes in, which is the 5-second rule. It's pretty self-explanatory. All you have to do is count down from 5 seconds. You don't even have to use your hand. Count down from 5 seconds all the way to 0. And when you hit 0, you're gonna go ahead and start. This works because of momentum. Momentum is that feeling where you're a snowball rolling down a hill and slowly but surely you pick up speed. The start is gonna be slower and the start is the hardest part. But once you get past it, everything else is easy. And here, we're getting the momentum right now. We're getting momentum into the start so that it's easier to get past it. And it's not, again, all of these steps are very simple. You probably already knew most of these, but the actual change happens when you apply them. So it'd be a great idea if you follow along with me. I'm going to even count it down for you. It'd be a great idea if you did it. It'd be a great idea if you started after this video is over. I'm going to go ahead and count down to 0. And when you do, you might as well do yourself a favor. You watch this video till the end, so you might as well start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.